So, going back to what I was saying, I don't know how much of this got on the internet, but so I have not did any court paperwork at my new address, and the reason why is because the last thing I submitted to the court, I spent my money, went down to the post office, and the judge saw that I was telling them I'm being human trafficked, and since that time my daughter has still continued to be human trafficked and my money has been stolen. So that's on the judge. And the reason why I went across the nation and said like multiple names is because these officers are required to reach out to these people and what was said. That's the judge's job to find out. So, like, it's a judge's job to help investigate that. But since the judge obviously is racist, right? Or they're black and they're just not doing their jobs correctly because they're house niggas. Like, it's obvious that the first judge would have said, well, there's this investigation where Lisa's claiming that her baby was sold. So therefore, you know that David Kellis knew that the father was Russell Merrill Colty. And so therefore it's going to go all the way down to Officer Dent or whatever, Bent, whatever her name is, of how when I told her and I recorded her, do you know what plausible cause is, or, probable cause is what a police officer has to have in order to arrest somebody. And when I said I've been human trafficked, so one or two different things happened. She got on her dispatch radio, she talked to the other police officer that was there, or she went around the Vacaville Police Department asking about me and these claims, and she knows about my Facebook. And so therefore, then it's going to come wrapping around here to Texas and how, so like, therefore, Officer Dent, and therefore she like got promoted after I posted that video. And so the intent of me showing that she went back to her police department and talked about me and to cover up and not do an investigation, she got paid money to not investigate. See, and that's on the judge, because they would clearly see that it was made public that after she's covering up how David Kellis and other people have been human trafficking me across the nation, she got promoted instead of investigating because she's a white Nazi. So, like, she's a white Nazi and she's covering up Nazi things by hiding evidence and knowing that David Kellis has been doing this to me and my family, knowing that he knows Russell Merrill Colty and has been on the clock. When he's on the clock, that means Russell Merrill Colty is going around selling drugs. He is going to the methadone clinic and he's affiliating with other people that are doing that. And as well, since he is a Muslim and the police are escorting him, I'm thinking David Kellis, to start this jihad at Muslim mosque, I'm guessing that the reason why when I told so it's obvious these police officers knew that he was covering up, because it wouldn't take even that. You don't even have to have a little bit of common sense to be like, wait, this has been going on and her money is still being stolen like that. No. That is definitely because of David Kellis is doing. Like, it doesn't take much common sense to figure that out. It doesn't take much sense to be like, yeah, like if somebody, did all those crimes to you, you would be kind of like depressed, right? So that's why I'm just letting the judge know, like, right now what it is. Like, I'm telling you on Facebook, because when I just like every time I record a police officer or I record a court clerk, I tell them I'm going to put this on Facebook. And so every time I've ever recorded a police officer or a special agent telling them that David Kellis is human trafficking me, I always say I'm going to put it on Facebook, because I want the clear connection to be there. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. The judge knew that I was assaulted in my bed at Meadowview Navigation Shelter and other crimes happened, and they never asked for the surveillance after I told them I'm being human trafficked. This is the severity of how these judges that have looked at my cases treat social communities in a whole. This is what they do.